Yo guys, so today I thought I would go ahead and try to do some post commentary to make the video a bit easier to follow. I've been restarting the game a lot, so it can get confusing between the attempts. I appreciate it if you went down, subscribed, liked, and thanks a bunch. Let's get straight into the video. So starting off the video, it was a pretty devastating start. I misplayed on Bugsy and let him get off of Swords Dance, and then proceeded to get my team completely one-shot. Yeah, honestly not the best start to a stream. And then on attempt 9, I got to Falconer and lost again. Honestly, I thought about ending the stream already after 2 attempts. I was so mad, it was hot, wasn't feeling too good. But I decided to push through and do one more run, and get started on attempt 10. I decided I needed a better plan, so I went ahead and strategized a little bit to get some more consistent runs to get to the 4th gym. The first thing was to get Totodile. In the Sacred Gold ROM hack, he can get Guts, which is insane for early game, but when he evolves into Feraligatr, he gets Intimidate, which, if you were not sure, is the best ability in a Nuzlocke to have pretty much. I then also got very lucky and got a Magikarp in New Barktown, a Sentry on Route 29. This was honestly insanely lucky. I then moved to Route 46, which I misplayed, an attack which of course killed with a crit, and then missed the encounter in Cherry Grove City. Not really sure how that happened. Moving through Route 30, where we got an Eevee from Cynthia, we get to Route 31, where Dark Cave is at, which got us a very lucky Makuhita, which really helps with the Whitney fight coming up. I then went for my encounter for Route 31, and I got an Abra. Oh my god, we got an Abra. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. This run was looking insane after this. I could not believe what was happening. After the God Abra encounter, I went and got a Mareep, which is also amazing by the way, and then got a Chowdot encounter in the tower, which is less amazing but pretty rare to get. After that, I evolved Sentret to Furret and Mareep to Fluffy before the gym. I quickly edged my Pokemon, scarily close to level 16, and moved to the gym. In this ROM hack, gym leaders are no joke. They all have 6 Pokemon, but with my team it should be pretty easy. I had a Jolteon and a Fluffy. So anyway, we completely destroyed Falconer and made him look like a pathetic loser. Next, I stopped by the Ruins of Val to go for a Dratini encounter, which I usually delay like this so I don't run out of Pokeballs if I do get by some chance get Dratini. The Dratini was Miracle Scale, which turns into Multi-Scale later on Dragonite, which is debatably better than Intimidate. So I quickly pushed through Route 32 and made our way to Union Cave, but I got a Pokemon that I have never seen in the cave before, Aron. Steel types early game are always insanely broken, and I need to catch this, so of course I go for a super effective double kick on him so that I had no chance of ever getting him. Yeah, not the best play. After that loss, I made my way out of Union Cave and into Route 33. A Rhyhorn, right before the Bug Gym, which had a lot of bug flying types. So I looked up Rhyhorn and see that he evolves into Rhydon at level 42. And he does not learn a rock move until level 25, so I was pretty much a lost stream. But then I remembered that I picked up Rock Tomb in Union Cave, and everything pretty much fell into place after that. I then got a Swinub in Slowpoke Cave right before taking on Team Rocket's Proton. Proton is not an easy fight at all. Perweezing has Flamethrower, Toxic, and Sludge Bomb. These high power moves are a threat, and if you have anything to tank, you get melted by the Toxic. I took care of her pretty easily though with my powerful Kadabra, and took out the gym trainers to clear the path to Bugsy. I then edged my Pokemon right before level 22, and took on the gym. After Rhyhorn went on a one-shot spree, Croconaw comes in and finishes Gamma. This gym was super easy compared to last time because of the Rhyhorn encounter. Next we took on our rival, which stood no chance, and then got our encounter in Elex Forest. I personally think Shroomish is the best encounter in the forest, and I've never once gotten him out of my 10 runs. And I get a Pikachu, which is a 5% encounter. Compared to Shroomish's 20, I don't know. Don't ask me, I don't get it. After Pikachu, I got on Route 34 and got a very helpful Electrike. This thing is fast and hits hard, but it could also be useful for a backup Thunder Waver for catches if anything happens to Fluffy, which would never happen of course. Once I got into Goldenrod City, I got myself a Cranidos, powerful TMs, and edged everyone up right before they leveled up to 25. By the way, Hariyama evolves at level 24, so it wasn't really a challenge at all to take her on. I did lose a few Pokemon, but compared to some other attempts, we still only had 3 dead in the box up to this point. After completely embarrassing Whitney, I moved on to the National Park, where I found myself a pretty rare Pinsir. Got myself an Illumise on Route 35, and then on 36 I got a Plusle, which is pretty dog shit besides the fact it has Encore. I then kicked out Sudowoodo and took out 2 innocent bystanders. And the encounter on this route is... oh no. And yeah, I totally forgot to get this encounter. But don't worry, I'll totally come back and get it. So anyway, I got into the Burning Tower and took care of my loser rival and get a pretty pog encounter of Coughing. The Fighting Gym is next, and he can pretty much tank the opponent's whole team if he wanted to. After catching I threw a few old hags in the Endless Pit of Despair, and then went back to Route 37 where I got a Pidgeotto. Wait, what? Man, this guy really is an idiot. Well, anyway, I edged all my Pokemon just before 30 and took on the hardest challenge I have had to face yet. Morty, the 4th gym leader. I have done 10 runs so far, and nothing compares to this man's Gengar and Sableye. I lost one run to his Sableye, and then again getting completely wiped by his loser Gengar. But this time I had the God team. I hadn't lost any of my core members. I still had Gyarados, Jolteon, Croconaw, Furret, and the newer addition to the team, Grovyle. If I was ever going to beat this gym, it was now. I started with Grovyle, which absolutely demolished Dusclops with 2 Leaf Blades. I decided to just switch out after the kill due to me being confused and an incoming Icy Wind from Shuppet. No one could do the job better than Croconaw. After a bite from him, I saw a Shadow Ball coming and went into Furret. So I ignore the Shadow Ball and then outspeed for the kill on Shuppet. Morty then brings in Haunter, which gets one shot by Furret. Morty then brings in the first raid boss, Gengar. This thing can really destroy a team if you don't have a plan for him. Sadly for Gengar, Furret's base speed was drastically increased to 105 in this ROM hack, so I outspeed him and get him down to 2/3 after Berry Proc. Sadly for me, I couldn't get my hands on a Chesto Berry, so Furret gets put to sleep by Hypnosis. Gengar has Thunderbolt, Giga Train, Hypnosis, and Dream Eater. They all do pretty bad things to my team, but the best option without a devastating loss was to lose Grovyle. Grovyle outsped and did the perfect amount of damage so that Morty wouldn't potion up, and then Jolteon could come in for a revenge kill. After Jolteon rolled Mischievous with a few shockwaves, the second boss of the fight comes out. Sableye's 4 moves are Shadow Claw, Recover, Torment, and Aerial Ace. This moveset led to some big problems, mainly the move Recover. The whole reason I kept Gyarados in the back and I hadn't used him yet was specifically for this Pokemon. But before I could bring him in, I went for a nice pivot strat of reading the Shadow Claw that was coming out and then bringing Gyarados into a weaker Aerial Ace. I then spammed Dragon Rage for the life of me and luckily kill him without losing anything. Let's go! I did it! Woo! After I beat the gym and get access to Surf, I go get a Poliwhirl in the city pond, and go to Route 38 where I can get a crucial encounter for the fighting gym. The problem is I need to change the date to morning, and it sometimes breaks the emulator. Luckily we had no problems and I got myself a Doduo. I then cleared the lighthouse, got an encounter on Route 40, and Route 41. Luckily I had gotten all the encounters except for a Horsey on Route 41, so I was guaranteed one. Kingdra is not something you should mess with in the late game. In Cianwood, I talked to the nice guy on the left and get probably the most overpowered thing I've came across yet, a Choice Band. Now a Choice Band locks you into only one move, but it increases your power of all physical attacks by 1 stage. Now this is insane. I had just gotten a Doduo, which evolves into Dodrio, and right before I got here, I got the TM Pluck, which is a base 60 power flying type move, which was needed to give Dodrio a stab flying move. All the pieces of the puzzle fell into place for this gym, and it honestly was a joke. Dodrio pretty much one-shot all of his Pokemon but Poliwrath and Makuhita, which were easily walled by Tentacruel and Weezing. I honestly kind of felt bad for this guy. And this wrapped up my day. I finally broke the choke point on my run and even got one badge further than I ever had before. If you want to see my progress live, come check out my Twitch and don't miss any future episodes of my journey of beating Pokemon Sacred Gold Hardcore Nuzlocke. Thanks for watching.